I have 2 books on Amazon, and they've been used in like about 20 different colleges in their literature department, so you can check those out. Laura del Fuego, Delfuego. Okay, this one is, they had this contest in Sonoma County when I lived there, and they said if you could write a Charles Bukowski poem, you know, they were going to do a thing, and I'm like, I couldn't do that. I'm like, that's not my thing. And then that night, like about 12, midnight, I was falling asleep, and my friend called, and she said this, and I thought, this works. This is about verbatim is what she said. Okay, except I changed a couple things, because she's African American and I'm a Chicana. So this is called Quota Motor in Tattoo. Before moving to Santa Rosa, I was in San Diego. I was crossing the street, no cars anywhere in sight, when this cop comes over from out of nowhere and gives me a ticket for jaywalking. I told him I thought he was making a mistake. You see any cars? He ignored me, snatching a look at my tattoo. Then my car broke down. I had no money to fix it, so I hitched a ride, and this guy in a Ford pickup. Wait a minute, I can't see too good in here, so I'm like, okay, let me try again. Okay, I hitched a ride with this guy in a Ford pickup, got in the back. Right away, a cop pulls us over and gives me a ticket. I said, thank you. I said I wasn't going to pay it. He ignored me, snatching a glance at my tattoo. That ticket followed me all the way from Sonoma County to LA, back to San Francisco, going up hundreds of dollars, thousands. I lost my driver's license. I still wouldn't pay it. I drove anyway, flooring it. Late at night, 2 a.m., Tex-Mex full blast out of the speakers. Chugging Dos Equis, dragging on a smoke, flipping the bird to the sky god, that absentee landlord. I couldn't find a place to live because I had bad credit. So I moved into the Motor Inn on Santa Rosa Avenue temporarily. The people at the shelter helped. I lit up a cigarette, put it in the ashtray, went to the bathroom. I guess I forgot about it because the fire alarm went off. First one to show up was a cop. I was having PMS. I said, you're kidding. There's thousands of cars vomiting black poison right out there, and you're giving me a ticket for a puff of smoke? And I laughed. He was a white guy. He stood with his legs apart like a wooden soldier, staring at my lizard tattoo. Well, afterwards, I couldn't sleep because all the cars on Santa Rosa Avenue around 3 a.m. had quieted down. I must have dozed, but woke up again around 6. The traffic had started. I went down and bought the paper and read that the police shot down a man on a bike and killed him. They said he was armed with a stick and crazy. Yeah, their 5th victim in so many months. I went back to the room, flicked on the remote to Good Morning America. I lit up a smoke. I wasn't worried. I figured they'd gotten their quota. This one is about I'm from LA, and my parents and Mexican Americans, so this is what happened in a neighborhood in LA. It's called eminent domain. I don't remember the bulldozers tearing down my grandparents' house in East LA. I still see it. Big lawn in front, weather-beaten fence, oak tree with a swing, chairs around a shaded veranda. I hear sounds of music in the background, a wood-framed porch, stark living room with shiny cracked linoleum, big sunlit kitchen, grandpa's shed in the back, a fig tree older than the house, the chickens in the yard, the yodeling rooster, Senora Elena's garden, calabaza, chili verde, sweet peas, daisies, then one day dead silence in the gloom. I don't remember when it was bulldozed. We never talk about it, but what I can't forget is the guy with the .22 holding off the LAPD, the wrecking ball demolition crew till they dragged him away, living or dead. Last standoff at Chavez Ravine. Los Angeles Fire Department burning down houses as practice drill. My father's drunken rage, my mother's unpredictable wrath, her and Auntie sitting in the kitchen smoking cools, drinking vodka, Miller's High Life, the late night arguments. We didn't get anything for it, it's your fault. The screaming. I lay in bed thinking, what's wrong with them? But we didn't talk about it. I was no more than a kid. I didn't know what had happened. One day, it was gone. I never heard of eminent domain back then. Later, one of the counselors, stream of counselors, told us we probably had a chemical imbalance. Our inheritance. It's been over 40 years. My mother and I go back to the old neighborhood in East Los. We sit in the car in the corner, full Ford Boulevard, Fisher Street. An ugly chain-link fence blocks Freeway 5. Darkness falls over Dodger Stadium, where house ghosts hover over the smog-choked assembly line of cars, like some science fiction alien planet of steel and concrete, haunting, uninhabitable, and you can still hear them wailing in the wind, grinding down the grating bulldozers, the burned houses groaning, black smoke rising from a dead neighborhood. We never talk about it. We forget like yesterday's news. We sit in silence, each under our own personal dark cloud, as night descends, the rumble of 10 million engines, a city screaming in agony, labored breathing, clogged arteries, gasping death rattle. We sleep restlessly at the motel off Freeway 10, not remembering dreams, poor man's Shangri-La in the lost city of angels. Woo! I'll introduce the great Sonia Renee Taylor.